is one of the best nicknames in football, Sauce Gardner.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On play action, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play action now, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Touchdown, Vikings. His set. Vikings will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We'll get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. Trucks over it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. The Jets at 6-5 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing is Wilson. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
The play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Kind of means a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing it from getting to the sticks.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. Minnesota, 47 yards. So the big play is all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Joseph's got it, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is that the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Week 13 here in the NFL. First weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now. And we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. down at 7. They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 29. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give running right is Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 9, 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Carter. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. And getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
When tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, man. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes it's end of beauty.
Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Cousins. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
39 yards on the punt, giving just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play,
Ball has it knocked loose.
Holding offense.
That's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020.
Second down.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this belongs to the Vikings. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Cousins to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 33. Have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out come the Jets. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 27, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Six yards left on second down. To throw, Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first down throw for Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Interception. Cousins. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Cousins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Play fake. Cousins. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. The kick by Joseph is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. New York ready to go again offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
62 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. All again on 2nd down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball again. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And the Vikings now to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Cousins throw there, taken in by Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 17, Cousins throwing quickly to Wilson. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's across midfield inside the 35. Really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Four yards remain for 2nd down. They'll give to Hall. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Rolling to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 17. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. They'll go again with Hall. It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Give up the middle, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And this offense on third down today, they've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returning it is Moore. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a give to Hall. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Wilson. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Here's Moore on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. A handoff for Hall. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 10. And the Jets 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Wilson to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On third down, Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On first down, it's Hall, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes we talk about confidence about the defender running with the receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football again. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final second.